Right, doing a sound check on this bit and a sound check on another view and somewhere else and nah. Right, seems to be working. So, good evening everyone, to those watching live and those who might be watching a bit later, to Midge Makes Super Series, Season 1, Round 4. I'm not sure what SP4 means. Sprint 4? Don't know. Anyway. They're doing the F3500A and the GT3 car of their choice for the sprint and endurance. So the 5-minute sprint looks set up. I can do a quick run through. There's a few spaces in this one. Championship standings. So we've got Artful Dodger is leading on 126. He's in. Scary Biker second on 119. We've got Kayla third on 116. That's pretty close. Chris on 107. Yeah, and Anna on 98. Scav on 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've got Ricky joining. Guest driver joining late. Whatever it might be. So still plenty of room for this one. So let's have a look, see what is going on. I just need to check the volume levels in here actually. I think it should be where I left it last. Yes it is. So it'll be reverse championship order for the sprint. Looks like Kayla's setting the pace at the moment. Oh, right, yes, Marina. I wasn't expecting this to be at Yas Marina. But we are at Yas Marina. So Scary Biker, Chris, Scav, Ricky, all out on the track. So, okay, all looks good. So yeah, they'll be doing a 5-minute sprint and then a 10-minute sprint in these. So I'm trying to think what happened a few weeks ago with Racing Rivals. 31, so that's 3, 4.5, so it'd probably be 4 laps then. There or thereabouts. So I don't know if anyone else is coming. No, I'm going to watch what's going on. Have a look at some livery, see who's running what. So Kayla's running his kind of 90s Lotus Tribute. That's pretty good. Dodger and his Ferrari. It sounds like he's lagging a little bit. All running traction control, don't blame him. JPS Lotus style. Like the helmet actually Scary's got. Can I get a better look at that? Yeah. He's got his Great Ormond Street Hospital stuff on. Won't get a better view than that, will he? As he turns his head. Yeah, oh, he's got auto care on the back. And Racing Rivals. That's pretty good. Formula 1 car's handy for that. So these can be modded a little bit. So yeah, Scary's running the triplane. So that's and he dual rear wing. I don't know if one is actually more drag or not. I don't know if that's more drag. Would you say it should be more drag? But then on the other hand, you can have thinner, slimmer wings and create more downforce. Anyway, let's hope about ready to go then. So yeah, reverse championship order. So Ah, why is Gear Kalo at the top then? Sure, it should be Dodger. Oh, I don't know then. Oh, there's an ad about to start, and I'm going to cancel that one off. Go! See if we can get this done at the same time. So, it looks like, oh, is that scav at the back gone into the wall? I think there might be a restart here. Yes, there is. Red flag, red flag, red flag. And it may even be because the grid was wrong. Go on, Scary, get back. Back in the lobby. He's gone. Yeah, I'm not sure the grid order was right there. Or maybe it was an accidental start. Yeah, I think it was probably. That does explain a few things. Because it should be. What was the championship points I read out? Just running as well. Could do with that. I'll put a pop-up coming up on this. Yeah, well, so I might be talking to myself, I might not be, I've got no idea. It depends if people can bypass ads or not. I don't know if they can. I'll set that down to... I think I need to set it to that. One click down to not to keep intercepting. Although I haven't said that. No. Yeah, nice one. Right. There you go then. Count to 20. Should be right, but I think that's only going to run. It's only going to run on Twitch, I think. Don't think that'll actually run over the top of Kick or YouTube, possibly. Yeah. Right, I think we're going to try that again. Is the grid order set? Yeah, that's more like the grid order I was expecting. Ricky at the very back as guest driver. Right, this time. Alright, let's have a look. Right, this is the grid order I was expecting. No, I'm running NOS. I think it's available, but I'm not even sure you can put it on these cars. But anyway, so let's watch Chris off the line. Right, and if you hear loads of noise in the background, it's raining and I'm in a conservatory. Go. definitely not the weather that's got here. It looks like Caleb's had a good start. We're going to pick him up. And he's going to go straight down into second place in turn 1. That's pretty useful. And Chris and Dodger almost going side by side. Dodger's been kind of had to go a bit wide there, but he's gone round him now. And Scary. And we've got Nana and Ricky battling together. Oh, Caleb having a look down inside the Scav. I think you might find this race is probably going to be between, well, I was going to say Dodger and Caleb, but that's disrespectful to Scary. He's doing pretty well on points, actually. So Caleb goes down the inside, but it's only a sort of a look. Scav's going to hold that. It's all about the exit. Dodger's had a good exit, but is it good enough? In fact, they've both had good exits, so I think Caleb's got that one done down the inside. He has. Is Dodger going to follow him through, or is Scav going to hold it? Dodger's going to try and go around the outside. He can do it on that corner, and he has. So, battle on for the lead between the two. You might expect to be battling for the lead, though Scav's not done yet. Nope. Scary's managed to get himself into third, so we have championship order almost. Championship protagonists in the top 3. Not too sure what's happening with Nana and Ricky at the back. So, Kayla leads. And there, these 3 breaking away. So we've got Scav and Chris will do battle. So let's have a look around here. It's 5/10. It's slipstream range. There doesn't seem to be much of a slipstream advantage in these cars, and they should be huge. So not too sure what's going on with that. Outside, Dodger's gone deep. He's gone completely off the track. And it looks like he's going to leave himself open to attack from Scary. No, not quite. Look closer than that on the onboard. So it's given Caleb a bit of a breather. Scav has dropped Chris. Ricky has dropped Nana. So 1.8 seconds. With such a small grid, that means one position can mean a lot in this, and it would explain why the championship's quite close at the front, actually. Dodge again a bit sideways. It's Scary, looks like he's running steers as well. Scav, he's not running traction control. It's pretty daring not to run traction control on these cars. Yeah, so these gaps look pretty spread, to be fair. It's just this one corner going over. I don't know whether you ride that curb or not. Oh, Scav's caught right up. He's having quite a good run, actually. Kind of 4-way battle, almost. Very Formula 1 type gaps I'm seeing. Yeah, it's a fairly even field spread, actually. On the side, Nana's had an incident. So 2.3, and this will be one more lap after this, so maybe not for all of them. Yeah, this will come through. Well, Ricky is going to get a lap. No, no, won't. This will be her last lap then. Oh, but I haven't seen the final lap thing come up. It should do though, shouldn't it? Yeah, okay. I don't think I've ever not been on the lead lap in a timed race. So I don't actually know how that works. Yeah, it's all looking fairly spread, isn't it? So Kayla just has to keep this going. And a couple more. It's more like, it's not the braking, it's the power application that you'd be caught out on these cars. So just this bit here. It's only a sort of dab there, and it's a dab here, but you can always get too hungry on the exit, which he didn't need to do and hasn't. And then final corner. And he's staying to real world track limits, so he wins. Dodger's second. Scary third. Scav fourth. Chris will be fifth. And just wait for Ricky to come over the line. And his non-livery car. And he's just discovering you can't go quite flat out around that corner, not unless you take a very wide line. So that'd be that. So a quick look at those results. So yeah, Kayla fastest lap as well, extra point. With Artful Dodger second, Scary third. So those are your main protagonists, I would say. Just looking at the points. So Chris is in there as well, but he came fifth, so that's not too good for him. Now we've got, yeah, Scav fourth, yeah, Ricky sixth, guest driver, Nana seventh. Okay, so just looking at a grid reset, should be all the same. Just 10 minutes. Curious actually, but they all run in the same weight and power. PP's slightly different, I'll tell you downforce settings. So the higher the PP, the more they've probably got front wing and less rear wing ratio. And the lower that PP is usually, Chris for instance might be set up heavy rear wing compared to the front, so more understeery. And yeah, 15 points is quite a lot actually, quite a lot of difference in setup. Oh yeah. I just need to check, make sure an ad isn't going to come in. Yes, it isn't. Good. That's, I forgot, I need to keep an eye on that. Yes. Oh, yeah, good. Hang on. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Ream reset. Do that again. Alright, okay, sprint 2 then, 10 minutes. Probably have 4 laps, so this will probably be 8 laps then. Will it end up similar? So we just had to watch Ricky's view here, I think. All the lights, go. Oh, he's had a decent start. He's had a better start than Dodger and Scary, but it's not. But Gear Kayla's had another good start. Oh, he was having a look down the inside. Oops, get to that view. But Scav leads. There's Chris, Scary, Gear Kayla going side by side. Are they going to battle hard? Don't know. There's a lock up there from someone. I think that might have been Chris, judging by that, or possibly Scary as well. He's gone well wide and picked himself up a penalty. 1.5 second lead for Scav. Dodger's a bit wide there, and Ricky was wider still, but not so bad. So Scav has just sort of got Gear Kayla hanging around just inside the slipstream range. I'm really surprised how low the slipstream is on these cars, because the reality was it was huge, and still is huge even today. Even more huge though. Anyway, to Gear Kayla in his Lotus 90s Lotus Tribute. Looks to be sizing Scav up. Right on his tail. Scav's gone a bit wide. He can do that line apparently legally, unbelievably, but it's slippery. And he's managed to hold it in turn one. Is Gear Kayla going to switch back? Can he get up the inside? No, he can't. I think he had to lift there. And Dodger might have just run wide. I don't know if he might get away with the penalty there. He's going to have a look down inside of Gear Kayla anyway. And he's going to go through. Gear Kayla won't be too happy with that one. And he can size up Scav here straight away. He's going to go around the outside. Scav's going to defend. Can he hold the inside for the second part? He can. That's a good move. That's how you do it in that chicane. Gear Kayla couldn't take advantage of that either. So Dodger's got himself in the lead, which is where he needs to be and wants to be. Pick up some more, or increase that lead he has. So Gear Kayla's going to manage to get down the inside of Scav, so not over yet. And judging by the amount of traction controls kicking in that I can see between these two, I would say Dodger's running a lot more traction control than Gear Kayla is. So you can see the way it's flickering. You're not going to see much on this exit. Wait for the hairpin. A quick look, see our scars. Scary's recovering. Yeah, he might be on the back of Scav pretty soon. And is keeping up this time. So, yeah, so Gear Kayla's only getting an eighth, a seventh of his traction taken away by the traction control. Whereas outside Dodger is getting nearly half, and that will might make his car more stable. Oh, yeah, almost going to half. So it might be more stable and easier to drive, but you will not be quite as fast out the corner. So potentially more speed in Gear Kayla's setup, judging by that. Scav's looking pretty comfortable in third, actually. And Ricky's not under pressure from Chris, not yet. So Dodger is going to take a legal line, a conventional line, so it's Gear Kayla. But Scav's going to run right out. And Scary not, and I think you might find Scary gained a bit of time there as well. I don't like the fact you can do that at this track. I have no idea why they've set the track limits like that. It's mad. So, and that is why Dodger is probably running more traction control. Because you might get better acceleration, but you can lose it. Even on traction control like 2, even 3 on these cars, you still can't be too brutal with it. And then judging by the traction control kicking in there, I think Kayla might have just turned it up. So battle on between Scary and Scav maybe. Nope, Scav's just had a... Well, I don't know what that was actually. Could have even been lag, and it wasn't really the place to have an issue with some sort of traction. I don't think so. So anyway, Dodger now has a 5-second lead, and where is he? He's doing 31s, 31.6s, good consistency. Another 31.3 for Gear Kayla. No, it's not. Yeah, it's going to say 35.3. God, GT7 and its bugs. 33.1. Scavs, had an issue. Now got a penalty. And 35, 34, 41s. So yeah, that's like 2 genuine 31.6s. Kind of consistency can he do on this lap? So he's missing that inside curb, he's missing that sausage curb, and that exit curb. Don't know how much you can use those on these cars. Well, he's half a second up, so even more consistency, but that's it. So Dodger, coming round. Is he going to be sitting nearly a 1:32 lap? So, if I remember rightly, back to a Racing Rivals doing this. Same car, same rules, same setup. Did anyone get in the 1:30s? 31.4 for Gear Kayla. Gear Kayla would have been the man to beat. So Dodger has found some real pace here, and it's working. And pulling away. Scary looks pretty safe in third as well. So the battle would appear to be between Chris and Scav. Was that contact, or I think it was Scav might have been getting an oversteer moment maybe. Well, there was a battle. Oh, was that a move? It is a move. That's a hell of a dive, that is. Scav's going to come back at him though. To hit replay and just realised I put it on the wrong keyboard. Never mind. Oops. So Scav's going to go down the inside. So this is full battle on, and Chris is going to be joining this. So we have action. And Chris has managed to get past Ricky on the exit. That chicane. It's all about massive importance getting the power down there. So these three are going to fight probably to the end. Just looking at the time, will they get an extra lap? So it's going to be 7 laps. The Dodgers through. Gear Kayla's gone into the 1:30s. Maybe someone did do a 1:30 last time around, I don't remember. Too long ago. So these three are all going to get an extra lap. And then we've got 20 seconds down the road, and I don't think she'll quite manage it. So the lead gap has come down slightly, but not enough to worry any of them. We've got Chris and Ricky properly duking it out now. So we're watching this one to the end, I should think. And no, it looks like she did make it. No, she hasn't got to the line yet. I was just looking at the checker flags. Got to keep watching this one though, really. So it looks like Ricky might be out of it unless these two come together. Chris goes down the inside. Scav going to try going around the outside. He is. Chris gave him room, but he can get a better exit. Oh, and was that? Oh, wrong keyboard again. Think I'm going to be too late on that. I can't quite tell from there if there was contact on that one. They both got going, but that's just gifted fifth to Scav, so Dodger is going to win. Yeah, Kayla did start getting his act together on lap times, but not enough. And Scary will make up the podium. Ricky is, going to get fourth place, not third, not fifth, I mean. So yeah, he'll happily take that. And these two are going to carry on. Oh, now that's interesting. I think Scary is just disconnected, and he's done it. He must have done it a split second before he crossed the line. I thought he was even going to cross the line. I think he might be given that, especially if that's we never know the reasons people disconnect, but I'm guessing that was a random issue thing rather than something came up. Just put him 7th, and it's even put him behind Nana. That's a bit weird, because maybe she made the last lap. It's one lap down. She didn't make the last lap. That's weird. Anyway, Dodger wins, but not fastest lap by less than 1/10 of a second to get Kayla. He does still have the pace, so don't know if Ricky's going to be given third or Scary, but he's third on that result. Scav fourth, Chris fifth, coming together. Nana sixth. And Scary's joined the room, so if he had some real life issue going on, it was a pretty short one. Man, disconnecting seconds, if it was even seconds, before you cross the line. What a bugger. Right, so we will have a lobby reset. I think an ad break is going to cut in as well, inconveniently, so I might not be able to follow a victim, but anyway, I reckon Scary be given that third place, because he could have probably stopped, got out and pushed his car over the line like Nige did in Dallas in 1984. 84? It was 84. Yep, lobby reset. Okay, for the endurance race, it should be 30 minutes. Yep, with tyre wear on. And then in comes an ad break. I'll follow a victim, whoever's first out. And so I've got a nice mix of cars. And while it does that, I'll need to get a drink. Right, I'll be back. What's going down? Well, Chris and Scary went out the ring. I don't know, they might be doing their comfort break stuff as well. Very possibly. So we'll look, see what's going on then. So we got Dodger and the Ferrari 458. The irony of that, not in the 296. Apparently the 296 is slower. Only PD could bring out a brand new car. Not quite so brand new anymore, but a brand new car to replace an older car, and yet it's slower than the older car. So that means no one's going to use it. Mad. Fastest sector coming in, so we've got mediums and softs. Scavving at RX8. God, brings back memories from GT Sport, I think. Did a championship in that. I won it. It's not a bad car, actually. I seem to remember it being pretty good on fuel. Wonder if that's why he's picked it. And we got Chris. Is that the new Porsche, isn't it? Coming out on mediums. Nana is in the Hurricane. Michaela in that not Supra. Ricky's in a Hurricane as well. Okay. I'm going to assume it's hards and softs. So yeah, we've got 30 minutes. And we got fulls. Oh, only some setup allowed, just brake balance. Okay. Yeah, that's right. And then we got, because they're bop on, aren't they? Bop on. It's just GT3s. So tyre wear times 4, fuel consumption times 3, faster refuel, medium soft. Don't have to use either of them. I think that might be. But then the tyre wear, I'm not even going to bother sending that message actually. The tyre wear will dictate changing tyres anyway between a hard and soft set, I imagine. Because I doubt you're going to do 2 stints on softs. And I think even. Oh, I can't find out a closed light stream. I think there might even be some rules which. Yeah, which show you that you're supposed to use both. What's Scary in? Oh, he's in that Beetle, isn't he? Oh yeah, I remember that thing. No idea why you picked that. Yeah, no text. I'm going to advert intercept. No, good. It's quite. I wonder if he picks. Oh no, I don't think he's in VR. I was going to say, I wonder if he picks that because it's groovy in VR, but I don't think he's even in VR. But I think that might look quite funky in VR in a minimalist sort of way. Chris having a spin. That is the new Porsche, isn't it? Oh no, he's in the old one. Fair enough. I have no idea whether the old one or the new one's faster. So I think we're just waiting for Nana to hit start. There we go. So full grid on and full stats on. So we got anyone running? This is in sprint race finishing order. We've got no NOS or anything going on. I don't know if it's allowed or not, but no one's using it. Oh, hang on. I think that's a cancelled start. What was wrong with that? Not too sure what was wrong with that, but anyway. Someone not get on the grid? Possibly. I'm sure everyone was ready. Well, anyway, they will go again. Bob forgot mediums. Oh, he'd only... right. Didn't own the tyres. Well, that was kind of him. So, try again. 30-minute endurance. So, we'll have a look at Ricky off the line. He's in the middle. That's a long wait for the lights. Oh, they are coming on. And go. Oh, looks like Scary had a quick reaction time there. Yeah, he was going straight up into second. Will he be able to do anything more on that non-GT3 car? Anyway. So, Gay Kayla third. Ricky fourth. Yep, everyone's got through. So, got Scary Bikers right up close behind Dodger there. Don't want to go on board because he's doing well to follow that close, the amount of lag I'm seeing. And he's actually going to try and go down the inside. Now, that Beetle, I'm sure, is not fast in a straight line. But he's doing pretty well. I mean, he's not really losing anything, is he? He's close enough to have a send, and he is. But he can only get alongside. Dodger, he's going to try and hold there. So he got ran maybe slightly wide, but the switchback's on. Oh, get away from that view, that one. That Beetle's not as slow as I thought it was in a straight on, at least not compared to that Ferrari, but then Dodger can do the send, but he's not. Scary gave him room. Meanwhile, get Caleb, someone's gone wide. I think it might have been Scav. Scary's on the softs. I'm guessing it's going to be a soft hard, or sorry, soft medium or medium soft race. So Scary should be able to put some distance between him and Dodger in this section. Get Kayla's on the mediums, Chris on the mediums, Scav's on softs. See if you can make them count, everyone else on the mediums. So field spreading to leave everyone fairly comfortable. Yeah, those softs are wearing quick. So I'm guessing you need something like about, what, 12 minutes on the softs? 12 to 14 minutes? Maybe even 16. No, hang on. It's 30-minute race, isn't it? About 12 minutes, yeah. And probably more than 10. Otherwise, you're going to have to nurse a set somewhere. You might have to nurse the softs or nurse the mediums. Maybe not both. So, all looking fairly calm. 1 second lead. So, Scary's not pulling out as fast as you might think, but the first 2 sectors are mostly straights. This is final sector where he should extend that gap. Now 1 second between Dodger and Gikela. Chris not too far back. I reckon Scab might be doing battle. Scab wants to make use of those softs, get past him. So let's have a look. Some lap times in anger. So we've got 56, 57, didn't see it, probably 57, 58. There we go. Oh, Scav was probably having a bit of a look there. And 2 minute lap, so he's been held up by Ricky. Not too much other than field spread. So yeah, Scary has extended out to over 2 seconds, but went up and down a bit. That's technique into that hairpin. What's Nana up to? It's coming into the hairpin. Medium tyres. So yeah, that lead doesn't really change much, does it? I mean, into those first 2 sectors, nothing to be had really. Just this one little section. Front limited setup on Scary's car. Oh, it's Bop though. It's Bop. There is no setup, is there? All you could do is change your brake bias and the way you drive. So yeah, he does extend by over half a second in that middle section, that final section even. Yeah, the tyre wear between mediums and soft runners looks about the same. Scouts managed to get past Ricky. Immediately goes faster. So while we're up to 6 minutes, that's a third. So yeah, it looks like he can feasibly get to the 12-minute mark, can't he? Pretty comfortably. But the more the tyres wear, the faster they wear, because you start scrubbing them more and more. Everyone else looks like they've got almost identical tyre wear at the moment. Oh, Scab with a penalty. And skimming the wall and taking out a braking marker at 200 metres, so people weren't worried about that too much. He's gone way deep there. I'm not too sure he's doing there. He's been distracted or something. Let's let Ricky back through. So you never know what people are doing in real life. For all you know, a cat just jumped on his lap. You just don't know. So it's up to 3 seconds. Will it become 3.5? I don't think it will. So there's going to be a crossover point somewhere on these softs, and it's just a case of how long can Scary keep going for. Still in the 56s though, although Dodger's now in the 56s, and Gikela's in 57s. 58's for Chris. Ricky hasn't had an interfered lap, so just gets squeezes in the 59s. Oh, Scav's in the pits already. Wow. So I presume he's going to come out on mediums. No, he won't know till he actually exits the pits, so none are too far back to get excited. Yeah, he's on another set of softs. Interesting. So Scav maybe thinks he can't, well, obviously he can't do one stop. No, I'd have thought the others would have been trying to do that. I mean, 9 minutes coming up to now. I think Scary's easy to be able to get to that 12-minute mark. And maybe more. Although he doesn't need to do more. No, unless the mediums can't do. Well, about 18 minutes, I guess. But as mediums, I mean, coming up to 10 minutes, coming up to a third distance already. And they look alright. As mediums, Chris might be slightly higher tyre wear, Ricky's slightly less than all of them. Oh no, he's come out on mediums. It did say softs when he's in the pit lane. It doesn't update till you come out of the pit lane, so maybe he thinks he can do over 20 minutes on the mediums then. Softs shouldn't really be losing, I say, a massive amount of performance yet, but having said that, Scary has suddenly lost loads. He's on a 57.8 on that lap. But advantage wise, he may only need to be ahead. So will he do another lap after this one is the question. So Dodger and Kayla and even Chris really have not really left each other. And Ricky's starting to drop back a little bit though. And Scav and Nana at the back. So good line from Scary through the chicane. Dodger's pretty good as well. All giving that sausage curb a little bit of a lick, so Chris riding that completely the first one but not the second. So 1.5 seconds. So the gap is coming down, so we've definitely reached crossover point. Having said that, of course the gap starts going up again. So what's Scary going to do? Because he's not quite at the 12-minute mark. And he's sliding that rear end. Which really he should be suffering with understeer. Just pure traction slide that is staying out. So he's going to try and do another lap. That means Dodger wants to try and retake the lead here if he can. One last seconds really, 1 last seconds. And all the others going round. Oh, look at that slide. That is just pure traction now. But really, the mediums probably aren't going to have that much more grip. So it could be that car, without matter where, it's a genuine 57-second lap. Gap still coming down. Let's say Scary is definitely going to be in this lap. He just doesn't want to lose the lead. He wants to keep some sort of gap, because when he comes out, he's immediately going to be quicker than Dodger and Gear Kayla and Chris on those mediums, because they'll be fresh. That's where the soft strategy first works. especially if you can get out in the lead to start off with. You just find yourself having to defend against softs, but they could be worn softs by the end. How much can Dodger and Gear Kayla afford? Yeah, he's in. How much time, how long can they afford to lose time for in order to get a good stint on the softs at the end? Everyone else in the mediums is staying out. Chris is going to go into third, I would guess. Just looking at the arrow for Scary, it's going to be close. I think Scary might just be getting the power down. Nope, he's going to come. Oh, he's ahead, behind. Ahead. It's going to be pretty much side by side, isn't it? Oh, don't go there. But Scary is just going to make... Hang on, has he forgotten to change his tyres? Oh dear. He's forgotten to change his tyres. That's why it's a quick pit stop. That's a disaster. And if you just accidentally pressed the button, that's well, it's going to put him out of it. I can't see how that's a strategy. That's a mistake, I think. Just gifted away 12 seconds plus whatever else he's going to lose on this lap, because Chris is going to be quicker than him. And it, yeah, so Scary hasn't... Oh, he's put fuel in. He's put fuel in but hasn't changed tyres. Hang on a minute. So that means he went in the pits. And just selected don't change tyres but refuel. Wait to see him come in this lap. But these two will be staying out, so I imagine these will stay out till 18-minute mark-ish. Way past half distance. So Dodger's slowing down to 1:58, so Gear Kayla is suddenly, relatively, picking up the pace. And it might be that Supra is becoming easier to drive. Yeah, Scary's in again. He screwed his pit stop up, didn't he? Looks like it's got fresh softs according to that, but I know how wrong GT7 can be on these things. Anyway, Ricky, is he going to come out in third? He's trying to race Scary out the pit lane. No. And Scary has changed to mediums this time, so yeah, he might have had a good strategy, but he blew it in the pits by the looks of it. So going around the outside of Ricky. I mean, he'll need a monster performance to, well, or that, or get lucky. To have a chance now. So this gap holding at just over a second. I think you'll probably find it's flat screen versus VR. So I imagine these are both going to be out for another lap. Dodger goes past the pit lane, Kayla goes past the pit lane, Ricky will probably go past the pit lane. Oh, he's nowhere near it yet. No, yeah, okay, Chris is on the softs, yeah, so he probably will pull away from Scary a bit. So, Ricky's staying out then. Scav will be staying out, of course. And then I'll be staying out. Soldiering on those mediums. Gap's gone up, hasn't it? 57.7, so must have just been a bad lap from Dodger. Must have made a little mistake somewhere. Wasn't genuine pace. Yeah, well, a 1 second difference is a big drop off, isn't it? And he's actually extended his lead all the way through this section. There you go, Kayla, keeping him in touch, keeping him under pressure, can't make mistakes. Oh, Ricky's gone deep. And Chris go round him. Oh, just ran the outside. Had to rely on Ricky knowing he was there. It's well done from Ricky. I think he's in VR as well, so he did even better there to actually see Chris coming. It might have been on the party chat though, saying so Scary also having a look and going through. We've got Dodgers in the pits, but Kayla's staying out, so Dodgers gonna do the roughly 10 minutes on the softs, which I think is probably about right, isn't it? Get Kayla doing an extra lap on the mediums, going for that tyre offset. Well, that makes it a little bit more interesting. So yeah, Chris hasn't even got to the final corner yet. Only guess where Scary might have been. I think he lost about 13 seconds at least on the road. At least he didn't have to refuel in that second pit stop though. So, third of a tank. No fuel required then in this. There's the gap. Really don't lose a lot in the pit lane, do you? It really is about 12 seconds. Wow. So Scary can still easily get a third here, but he's got to pass Chris, get a bit of a gap on him before he runs out of tyres. Before Chris needs to get a gap on, before he runs out of tyres. So I'm looking at the wrong person, wrong tyres. My bad. It's Chris on the softs, isn't it? So he needs to be gapping Scary. So Scary should easily have third place here anyway, when those tyres start to go. And then they're getting blue flags, but Kayla's going in the pits. I reckon he's been out a lap too long. It could be that Dodger just was going to do whatever Kayla didn't. So he should resume the lead anyway, and I'm guessing the gap is going to have grown fairly considerably. It's a bit over a second, wasn't it? Let me see, it's way more than that. There it comes. So 4 seconds. Oh, and he's got a penalty. Where did he get that? On the way in or the way out? So that's probably, I mean, unless Dodger's listened to the stream, he won't know that. But he'll probably have a guess when he sees the gap suddenly go up by 3 seconds on this lap. So Chris still defending that third place. Does he know Scary's on mediums? Yeah, Falcon says, oh, that penalty hurts. It does, it hurts for the race as well, really. Because we were on for a good race for the lead there, for the win. But I think it's probably over. It just depends if Dodger makes a mistake somewhere, and even a spin, if it's a quick spin, you tend to lose about 5 seconds, so you can even afford that, maybe. So there goes at 3 seconds, which is really about 4 seconds, which is slowed down and sped up. Or Scary having a look. And Chris going well wide. I don't think that was contact. Oh, wrong keyboard again. I think I'm too late. Oh, it was contact. That was a solid punt, that was. So Scary will probably have to give that back, and he has done. Well done. But as I say, the best he can get is a third, and he probably knows nearly everyone's on the softs at the minute, while he's on the medium. So it's got 5 minutes, or 6. Yeah, we won't know yet because Gear Kayla hasn't done a full lap. We'll find out. Dodger on a 56.2. And I think that gap has grown, so Gear Kayla. I thought I heard it sounded like a purple sector though. Didn't see it, but we'll find out in a minute. When it comes round here for the timing line. It sounded like he's on a purple, but that gap says he's not, because it's going up. Goes through now. Oh, he is. Maybe that means Dodger's also on a purple. And again, we'll find out in a minute. Hang on, something's going on at the chicane here. Oh, I thought it looked like there was. Yeah. Oh, it might be Nana getting out of the way, possibly. Just looking at the track map. So Dodger comes through, does a 55.9, so they might both be on purples. I think that's going to be faster than Gear Kayla. Oh, especially with that exit. Yeah, 56.2. Oh, Scary's got past Chris. And I'm guessing legally this time. Didn't see where it was. So crossover point on the tyres though, almost certainly. Ricky is he? I know Scava went. Yeah, it came in early. Yeah. Look at that timing. Come on, give me the timing list. Yeah, so he's only recently been in, hasn't he? 11 to 12. Oh, Scav spun. What happened there? It was out of that corner out of the hotel, wasn't it? Off camber. Get on the power just a little bit too soon, and the back comes around. Yep. Very easy place to spin, that is. It's just off camber enough. It's way more tricky than it looks when you're on the limit. So this gap's still hovering around a high 8 seconds. Dodger just can walk it to the line, as James Hunt used to say. He only has to stand up to win. So, commentator's curse on cue. No, he's not going to lose it there. He's lost like nearly a second there, but he can just cruise round. That's lost quite a lot of time there, actually. 57.3. But there's no way Gear Kayla's going to be getting the fastest lap back. Not now with the tyres in that condition. Fuel helps sometimes, but so yeah, Chris's softs are now knackered. Scary still needs a miracle. Who knows where he might have finished? Well, actually, you can probably work that out. He's done. So he lost about 12 seconds in that first pit stop. No, he didn't. He had about a second lead, so he lost about 13 seconds in that pit stop. And then would have had to pit again, which is only for tyres rather than fuel. We've got to guess another 13 seconds, so it's 26 seconds. So he would have been in second place, I think. And 57.3. Dodger's going to have to do another lap, I think, so he's really sort of taking it easy, isn't he? That gap's come down really quite a lot. And it's not like he's going to stop and make sure he doesn't have to do another lap, because there's still another 30 seconds. So he is going to have to, mind you, will get Kayla go across the line. Yeah, he should do. See, it's scary having dropped 26 seconds. That's extra pit stop, of course, isn't it? I can't work that out. I don't know what it takes for time to change the tyres and fill up. He might have lost 20 seconds maybe, and he's not going to cross the line. So anyway, Scary's third, Chris is fourth, Ricky's going to come fifth. Seem fairly happy with that. Scav is going to be sixth. Let's have a quick look, make sure no commentators curse moments are happening. Yes, that gap's come down massively, but don't get any penalties, though. You don't want to get a penalty, because it'd be a full second. I mean, yeah, he's obviously just cruising to the line, but the trouble is when you cruise too much, you can make a mistake through just getting your braking wrong. And suddenly you're under massive pressure. Or maybe he just hates knackered softs on that car. Don't lose it here. That's probably the last place he'd do so. So one corner, don't put the power down too hard. Or a bit of a snake, but he's there, so he wins. Kayla's second. And that was that. So Dodger win, fastest lap. Kayla kept him in touch. Wonder what it might have been without that 3-second pit lane penalty. Although I'm sure Dodger was just taking it easy on those last few laps. Yeah, Scary had the pace to be up there. 56.2. But completes the podium. Chris fourth. Ricky fifth. Yeah, a bit spread. Scav, Nana, 6th and 7th. That was that. So hopefully they'll get at least these 7 again next week. Not too sure where it is, but it will be 8:30 on Thursday. See you there.